Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Chelsea. You know that. Okay, let's get into it. I've done it again. I've done it again. I snuck into another Monat Zoom call and it's super cringy. So let's go ahead and just get into it. I'm going to try to keep this one a bit lighthearted, more funny for you, not super depressing. Not that any of them are, but I do like for my channel to be an escape for you. Yes, it's my job, but it is an escape for me. I know that funny YouTube videos are more of a place for me to kind of not deal with what's going on. Obviously, we have to, but this past week has been just a lot, just emotional and really hard. So be kind to one another. Feel your feelings. It's completely rational and okay for you to cry about the tragedy that happened, well, this week, but by the time this video comes out, last week. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. I can't talk about it too much or I will cry. Let's get into this Zoom call. This girl has so much like garbage behind her, like boxes and garbage. Real weird. Living that millionaire life, huh?
Almost 4 years ago, before I started this business. Okay, so 4 years ago, I was scrolling on social media. I saw one of my really good friends posting hair care products, and I was so confused. I was like, what is this? Like, she's a news reporter on live television. Like, why is she posting hair care products? Like, is she making money off of these products? Like, I'm genuinely so confused. But I keep watching her, right? And it's not until I see a little shift in like her lifestyle that I start to ask questions. And I was like, okay, girl, I'm ready to hear all the things. Like, are you actually making money off of selling these products, right? Because me, I was a broke college student. I was going to school full time, getting my master's degree, and I just needed that extra cushion of an extra $500 to make me be a yes girl. I was always a no girl, right? No, I can't go out to eat. No, I can't go on a spontaneous road trip. No, I can't do this. No, I can't do that, because I never had the money.
We can already tell who they're targeting, and it's really frustrating. No one in college is rolling in cash. That's just not how it works. You typically don't have time to work. And if you do, you're in some type of like hospitality, service, food and beverage, serving, bartending, things like that. And yeah, you can make good money doing that, especially if you know you have your regulars and stuff like that. But it's just really frustrating that it's absolutely clear who she's targeting. And that's what they do. Monat people really, 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 really target girls. And I say girls because yes, when you are in your early 20s, use a girl, okay? Use a little girl. You're a baby.
Guys know the college struggle, that literally it was me, okay? So I talked to her about the business opportunity, and what really got me was the fact that you don't realize what people are going through behind the scenes. She needed this extra stream of income because even though she was a news reporter on live television and we think, oh my gosh, she made it, it's a glamorized industry, I didn't know she was making $11 an hour. She could barely pay her rent. She could barely afford groceries. Her dad was helping her pay her car note. She needed this to alleviate a lot of the financial stress that she was going through in the pursuit of her dream, because she had moved to Mississippi to pursue this dream job, this dream career, and she slowly or quickly realized it wasn't actually what it seemed. So here comes me, I'm asking her all these questions, and I, again, was getting my master's degree and really looking for something that was not going to take away from school. So school was like the most important thing for me. I'm really passionate about design. My degree is in interior architecture. And I really was looking for something that wasn't going to take away from my studies.
Okay.
Important for me to find something that I was going to be able to work in between my class schedule, right? Not having to clock in and clock out, physically be somewhere. That was something that for me was really attractive. And it's one of the reasons why I said yes to this. So there's a lot of reasons why I was kind of on the fence, but I'm going to talk to you guys about the reasons why I actually went for this. So number one, I figured, okay, well, you know what? This is shampoo. It's really weird. It has nothing to do with my career, but I'm already washing my hair, right? It's going to teach me how to be a salesperson. I knew nothing about sales. I was like, okay, well, I know nothing about sales. I don't really know what I'm going to be getting myself into. But in the design world, you need to know how to sell yourself. If you don't know how to pitch your designs and your work against other designers, the client is going to pick the person who's able to articulate the concept, right? So I was like, okay, this is going to teach me real life sales work. And that's going to be super important in my career, in my future in interior design, right? I'm not going into this with the expectation of, okay, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to be a shampoo girl. I'm going to make all this money. I did not come into this with that expectation. So I said yes to learn a little bit about sales. Number two, I said yes because I was like, okay, this is going to teach me how to be a...
I like that she actually just said that, how she just called herself a salesperson, because a lot of them are like, you don't have to be good at sales. You aren't a salesperson, blah, blah. And it's like, yes, you are. I don't want to say she set the proper expectation with that because not necessarily, but I do like that she said that. However, she also just said she wanted to do it in pockets of time. She could work anywhere, blah, blah, blah. And it's like all the just obnoxious girl boss tropes, essentially.
Be a business owner. If I ever want to open up my own firm, if I ever want to do my own thing, this is going to give me that real life experience. Because when you start this, you're basically your own boss. You decide who you want to work with, how much or often you want to work, where you want to work, when you want to work. You're the one that's in charge now, right? So your hustle determines your paycheck. If you want to treat this...
Okay, your hustle determines your paycheck. I'm taking notes on my new iPad with my Apple Pencil because I'm cool. Your downline determines your paycheck. Thank you very much. Also, real life experience? No, not at all. I mean, when it comes to like working for yourself, it can give you experience in like time management and, you know, like social media and reels and sales and overcoming objections. Yes, but it doesn't give you experience in running a business. Not at all. Do you think that any of them know how to pay quarterly taxes? You think any of them know how to run payroll? Do you think any of them know how to do invoicing, bookkeeping, anything like that? Most likely not. You know who does do all that? This lady, this obnoxious lady right here.
You know, kind of like a hobby on the side that you're doing. It's going to pay you like a hobby, right? But if you take it seriously and you give it a little bit of time, energy, and effort, you're going to see different results, right? So I went in with like really low expectations and I was super skeptical about the product. I was like, okay, so I wasn't skeptical about the business. Like it makes sense. You're marketing the products. They're getting delivered straight to people's door. They're getting these customized systems that's going to give them the exact results they're looking for. But do the products actually perform? They're vegan.
It's not customized systems. It's not like, not Purology, what's the other one? I don't know. One of those, like that's more custom. That's like me saying that Fanola is custom. It's not custom or personalized or anything like that. It's just not. They have different lines for different needs, just like most hair care, skincare, beauty companies, product lines for different needs. That's what Monat does. And she just said it's going to give you the exact hair that you want, the exact results that you want. You can't say that. You have to use protective language. So clearly she hasn't learned much at all in sales because that is one of the first things that you learn. Setting the right expectations and protective language.
Vegan, they're cruelty free. They have all this science and technology. And actually, when they said, oh, they're vegan, I was like, okay, great. So that means they suck, right? Now, that was me. I personally had never tried a vegan product out there where I was like super impressed and ready to switch over to be vegan, complete vegan hair care, right? I used to do keratin treatments on my hair. And if you guys know, when you do those treatments, you really need something that's sulfate-free, paraben-free, doesn't have any of those harsh chemicals that's going to strip the treatment, right? So I decide I'm going to try out the 30-day money-back guarantee, and I'm going to see how I like the products, right?
It's very, very misleading because they'll just throw that around as if it's like actually true. You're paying for the products to go back. A lot of people cannot afford. I've said it before. Like I've sent shipping labels to people to be able and like paid for it to instead of just I used to just send them money, but now I've realized it's better to like get the information and like send them the shipping label so all they have to do is just go drop it off instead of people just like taking the money and doing whatever with it and then staying in Monat. It's just a lot better to do it that way personally is what I've realized. So I've been doing that. I've spent a good amount of money doing that. Sometimes and also it's like cheaper for me to do it too because I have my thing, but it's just really frustrating because it can be depending on the size of the box, whatever, where you are, it can cost upwards of like $80 to send it back. And sometimes you have to send it back by a certain time before that 30 days is up. And it's not from when you get your product, from when you purchased it. So let's say it takes a week to get to you. That's already 7 days gone. So then let's say, you don't open it yet. And, you take like, maybe 3 days to actually try it. That's 10 days gone. So now you only have 20 more days. Now let's say you try it twice, you wash your hair twice, you don't like it, you do more research, you realize it's a scam, you talk to your upline, they try to push it off. Now that's another 10 days gone. Now you're at 20 days. So now you only have 10 more days to send that shit back and try to figure out how to do it. A lot of people have told me that they've called the customer service so many times and they won't answer. Their customer service allegedly is awful. And I've called them a couple times too to see how bad it actually is. And nothing against the people that work there. Okay. Nothing against those corporate employees. They're just trying to get a job. All right. I get it. Times is tough. However, I've talked to multiple previous employees that worked for Monat, and the turnover rate on the corporate side is absolutely just a revolving door because the companies run so poorly. That has been alleged to me. I'm not stating that as fact. So that's really annoying that she just said that. And so then, you don't really have much time to get it back. And then it's more expensive to try to get it back by that certain time, right? Depending on where you are. So that's frustrating. Siri, stop listening to me.
I can't help with that.
First wash, I get the products and I'm literally blown away. I remember washing my hair and it was this.
I'm literally blown away. All my hair fell out.
Deep smoothing conditioner. As soon as I was rinsing the conditioner, it was oh my God. You guys know that TikTok or that audio? That was my exact reaction. I was super impressed, you guys. Okay. These products are backed by a scientific advisory board. They oversee all of the products to make sure that they're clinically tested and they do what they say they're going to do. So we have patented technology and ingredients specific to us that you can't find anywhere else. And that's why when you wash your hair with these products, you see the results that you see. So we have hair care, we have skin care. And as soon as I tried it.
What about the people who are still in the class action lawsuit? There are multiple lawsuits still open with Monat. You can look that up. And then also with the parent company of Monat as well. Also, any hair care system that's more than just washing and conditioning your hair will give you better results than just doing that. I see a huge difference when I'm using my restructuring shampoo, restructuring mask, the one that comes in a little pot. But when I do that and I leave it on and I just soak my entire head in it essentially and leave it on for a few minutes and I, wash my face, my body, shave, all that. And then, rinse it out. And then before I blow dry my hair, put this in it when it's damp. And if I actually blow dry it, whatever, or style it, I know it's going to look a lot better when I do that rather than just even if I let it air dry, but then just letting it air dry and just using some just random Suave shampoo. The more effort you put into it, yeah, typically the better it's going to look. So that's why it's annoying when they're this is life changing. And it's no, it's just that you're putting more effort into it. That's why your hair looks better. That's why. Also the scientific advisory board, they all work for Monat. So it's not really, I don't want to say it's not super credible because I'm not going to believe anything that they put out because I do use their own income disclosure statements, which I will be putting up a video hopefully later this week about that too. But I do use those as a reference too. So you could go back and be okay, well, you just said you don't believe this thing they put out, but then you do believe this one. Still, I don't think it's super reliable when the people who were oh, this is great and this is amazing. I feel you should have a third party company or organization. Look at that stuff,
I realized a lot of things, right? In the moment, in the shower, I was okay, this is going to become a lot easier because now I'm obsessed with the product. What you guys have to realize is in this business, you're not doing anything different than what you're already doing right now. You're simply swapping out whatever products you're using and you're getting these products that are backed by clinical results that are going to help you build another stream of income, right? So you're swapping out your existing routine and you're using these products. Another thing that I quickly realized was every single person already washes their hair.
Oh, well, they can just become a VIP customer. Okay. Not everyone can afford to spend $80 every 3 months, 1 month, whatever, or can afford to do the cancellation fee for that as well. Not everyone can afford a starter kit of $200. Not everyone can afford that. And it's really annoying that they act well, it's so easy. You're not doing anything different than you're doing right now. Absolutely, yes, you are. That would be saying, my social media life is no different than when I wasn't an influencer full-time or when I wasn't even an influencer part-time. Yes, it is. When this is your job or your side hustle, absolutely yes, it is. So you're telling me the people who, or even this girl, you're telling me that you were trying to recruit people already to what? You were already social selling? You were already posting affiliate links? Like, no, you're lying. The girl said essentially what I was saying is that she was like, oh my God, when you realize I like literally get paid for washing my hair. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't get paid for washing your hair. You don't get paid for switching your shampoo. You don't get paid for posting about it. No, you don't, baby. You are not an influencer. This is not affiliate marketing. You do not get paid for posting. It's not a sponsored post. It is not. You get paid for recruiting people and selling a product. You get paid for that transaction. You're not getting paid for just posting. So kindly, shush.
Already washes their hair. Every single person is already washing their face, right? You're not convincing anybody to do something that they're not already doing. And that for me was super important because I didn't want to have to push or sell something that people were going to have to add into their lifestyle. No. It's already done. This is also a consumable product. So every single person, when they're using it and they're loving it, they're using their dry shampoo, they run out, they have to buy it again. That's something that's super important to look at when you're looking at companies like this one, because I love giving the example of makeup. When's the last time you guys used a lipstick all the way through? Think about it. Probably it took you a year to do it or 8 months to do it. For me, I've had this lipstick for 2 years, okay? So you really wanna look for something that is consumable because that's where that residual income comes in, right? So I started noticing all these things and the biggest—
Tell me you don't know what residual income actually means without telling me that you don't know what residual income actually means. Just because you're selling a tangible, consumable product absolutely does not mean that you're getting residual income from it. So like repeat buyers, sure, because they want to buy it again if they actually want to, but that's not what residual income means. Residual income means essentially that you are putting in money or effort up front, and then you are going to continue to get money from that without doing anything at all. So I could stop posting today. All of my videos that I have posted over the last 5 years, I'm getting residual income from that. Of course, it's going to like dwindle down because once, I post less, YouTube is going to, push out my stuff less and less, but that's how that works. You're wrong and you're wrong. I was going to say something else. I completely forgot.
And most important one is that every single person is looking for another stream of income. If you are on this call and you are living paycheck to paycheck and you're trying to pay off student loans, you're trying to pay off your debt and save for a house or save for your wedding, you can't do it living paycheck to paycheck. You need another stream. So this for me was what made so much sense. I'm already scrolling on Instagram. I'm already talking about other products and other things that I love. And what you guys have to also recognize is that marketing these days is not the same. This is how marketing works. Companies partner with people because people buy from people. We no longer purchase from billboards, magazines, TV commercials, none of that stuff. We're always looking to our friends, right? We're always looking to our favorite influencer, right? For them to tell us what's really working. And that's why I love this business so much, because the people that partner with us, they genuinely love the product.
How many times do I have to say it? That network marketing is not the same as influencer marketing. I feel like I'm not just noticing this, I always notice it, but I feel like it's very prevalent in this video. The things that she's saying, you can absolutely see who she is targeting. She's targeting people who are living paycheck to paycheck. She's targeting people who are, in every sense of the term, desperate and hopeful. And that's not necessarily a negative thing. Hey, I'm desperate to meet my goals and stuff too. I want them to happen so bad. And while remaining ethical, I'll do anything within my power to make those happen and work really hard to make it happen. But like, they're just targeting young, naive, uneducated, people that don't know better, people who are going to fall for this and who are so desperate and want to make this happen. And they're making it seem like it's so simple. It's not simple.
We're not really in the business of selling anything. We're in the business of helping people feel confident in their hair, confident in their skin. And it's just a really rewarding job to be a part of.
You're not, ma'am, what? You're not in the business of selling anything. Yeah, that's literally what you do because you are a salesperson. So like the lies are crazy.
So fast forward, I noticed all these things. Oh my God, 8 months into the business, I earn a paid for luxury Cadillac. And guys, if you don't know my story, I literally drove a 2006 rusty Toyota Corolla that I called the Chum Bucket because she literally had an orange rusted roof. And I was able to pick up.
That car's not fully paid for. You know why? Because it's in your name, one, and two, there's always a loan for it. They are not buying that in full. They are giving you a bonus if you qualify and if you meet those metrics, which is very, very not sustainable at all. It's attainable, hardly, but it's not sustainable. And that has been brought forth by so many people. Like, it is not sustainable at all. Like, for instance, it would be dumb for me to even say like, yeah, my car is fully paid for. No, it's not. It's in my name. I bought it and didn't lease it, which now looking back, I'm like, should I have just leased it instead? I own my car. Whoever I have my loan through, they own it and I pay them. But like, I would never say like, yeah, it's fully paid for, or like, oh, thanks YouTube. Thanks YouTube, you paid for this. No, I paid for it. So like, kindly shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. It's just so misleading and it's so frustrating that even like we could say like, oh, they don't know any better. No, they do. You're at the top of the company. You 100% know better. You're just straight up lying to try to maintain these ranks that are absolutely not attainable or sustainable.
Pick up a brand new 2019 Cadillac XT4. And it was like a huge moment for me because it showed me like, wow, if all of my hard work and energy can result into this, what else is possible? Something to note is that
I just love that all of them get the XT4 because it's the most affordable one to the Cadillacs. Rarely do they have like the new Escalades. I will stay with my Volkswagens. All right. I need it to just take me from A to B, from my house to the gym and back again. All right. Like, what are y'all doing? And it costs so much, not only to insure, to fill up, but then also to get these things fixed. And some of them can't even afford to get them fixed, which is crazy. The lie continues.
Is that I started this with no experience, no idea what I was doing, and with 1,700 followers. Okay, so all the people thinking like, oh, but I only have a small following. Oh, but I only know so many people. That was also me. But this is the power of social media, right? So 8 months in, I pick up the car. 1 month later, I graduate with my master's degree. And I decide right then and there that I am not going to pursue my career. I am going to do social media, AKA Monat, full time. So 2.5 years or 2 years in, or 2 years, something like that, I ended up getting inducted into the $1 Million Club in Monat, which means that I earned $1 million in commissions with this company at the age of 26 years old. Okay. That was a lot of hard work. I don't say it lightly. And I don't say it to brag, but I say it to give you guys perspective. What started out as an idea and a dream of
$1 million of commission, not per year, from when they started with the company. Okay. Now, yeah, that's a lot, but also she's been in for 2 years and it's not like, oh, that's divided up, whatever. Like, that's not how that works. Meaning like, that's not divided up evenly to be like, oh, well, she made, 500,000 each year. That's again, not how that works. So it's just very misleading, but also that's not your profit because how much money have you spent on these trips, on your team, for like weird incentives, for giveaways, on products, on merch, on going, like I said, these trips, these conventions, these whatever. I will always be upfront about this. One of the top earners, Jacqueline Ortega, in April, she made over $300,000. April. Less than 3% of that came from her own personal sales. So that's great. Essentially, almost all of them are under her or a few of the other top people. Now, when you have so many people at like SED or the $1 Million Club earners, whatever, when you have so many of these like top ranking people right under you, your rank is like essentially like solidified or whatever. So like that's somewhat sustainable. That's literally like half of 0.001%. For a normal people, it's not sustainable or attainable at all.
If I could make an extra $500, quickly snowballed into, oh my gosh, I'm going to change the course of my life. And it's never been the same again. And so I have a lot more I could say, but I really want to pass it over to Chelsea that's going to talk to you guys. She's going to really help you understand the opportunity and like how ground level it is, what exactly you can do to get involved. Hold on, Chelsea, I'm trying to find you.
I've had so many people tell me that this Chelsea girl, not I, this girl is like the absolute worst. It's not ground level. There's already so many people in it. The company's old. It's like 9 years old. I don't understand how anyone can watch, not even watch these videos, but how people can watch my videos and see all this that are clearly lies that I'm debunking, that are so easily debunked when you just think about it for more than 5 seconds, and then still be in the company. How? How are you able to justify that?
There you go. Yay. Thank you so much, Bianca, for sharing your story with us. Guys, my name is Chelsea Coleman. I have been with this business for 4 years now, and my story is completely different from Bianca's, which is,
I don't know why. I just got a feeling that that girl's going to try to get my video taken down for privacy purposes, but she can't 'cause she's a public figure and presents herself as such. So just a verbal disclaimer, all of these people that I am showing and not blurring their face in this video, they all present themselves as public figures in order to sell their scam. They present themselves as public figures on social media. Also, this was publicly posted to the internet and was sent to me. So they recorded it. They knew they were being recorded. Not saying that for y'all, saying that for the real life person at YouTube on their legal team that will possibly have to watch this and review it if they do a privacy claim. Suck it, Monat girls.
so cool because this business, like we literally have all walks of life, all different backgrounds, in this business. So no matter where you come from, where you are right now, you can find success with this business. So 4 years ago, guys, I was in corporate America. I had a very successful career in mortgages. I was a top producer. I had my own assistant. I had my own processor. Like I was making like well into the 6 figures. I'm in my mid-20s, so from the outside looking in, you'd be like, this girl is good. She's living the life. Like she's living the dream, right? And guys, that literally could not have been further from the truth. In reality, I was a hot mess express, like literally, if there's a definition of the hot mess express.
So you're saying that you were putting forth a false narrative and that you were presenting to the world that your life was perfect and that it all was just grand and you were living this wonderful life when in reality you weren't? Interesting.
It was me, okay? I was taking so much Adderall to keep up with my job. I was actually abusing my prescription, taking 2 times the legal limit in Florida. Like it was a disaster. I had no life. I was completely addicted to my work. I was a slave to my job. And I realized like, oh my gosh, like if I keep going down this path, like this could end really, really bad, right? So I had this like self-aware moment where I was like, okay, like I need to make a change. And I didn't know what that change was, but I knew that I couldn't continue to live my life in this way. And I prayed a prayer and I asked God.
I'm not saying don't be vulnerable, but in like a professional space, it just doesn't seem appropriate at all. It's just icky, right? Like, sure, great, like be honest with yourself and others, but in order to do what? What is your motive sharing this? Are you just sharing this to, make others feel comfortable and, vulnerability is contagious and to give people hope, hey, I'm now successful, No, your motive is to sell your scam. That's what you're trying to do. That's why you're being vulnerable. That's why you're talking about your Adderall addiction.
And I asked God to give me an opportunity to where I could be successful at something just by being Chelsea without having to take a drug, because I had developed this limiting belief, this lie that the reason I had this success was because of this Adderall, which was a complete BS story I was telling myself.
I can understand that. A lot of people who have been prescribed Adderall previously have that belief that it's like, I'm not going to be productive without it. And I'm in this, this type of work environment where I have to, be go, and, in sales and stuff like that. So I get that, but it's like the cultiness of it. Like I had this limiting belief. It is so creepy that they say limiting belief so much because the person who like coined that phrase was a cult leader. So it's wild that they say that so much.
But it's what I believed at the time. So, I'm just living my life. I said that prayer, like whatever. And a girl reached out to me on Instagram and she was like, Chelsea, you should do this business. And I was like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't want to do direct sales. Like, no, thank you. Bye. Went on my way. But I was a little curious. I'm like, okay, like, what is this girl doing? What is this all about? Right. So I started watching her Instagram and like seeing her life. And I saw, over the course of like 6 months that I was sitting on the fence on this, which shame on me, like do not sit on the fence on this, guys, like run with this opportunity. But I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so happy. Her hair looks so great. She's traveling. Like I saw she quit her medical sales job to do this full time.
Guess who it was? It was Jacqueline Ortega. Right when she said medical sales job, I knew it was Jacqueline Ortega. And her hair looks so great. And yeah, she made a lot of money before that. And she traveled before that. She had money. So I looked on her Instagram and I saw what she was putting forward, what she was showing.
She quit her medical sales job to do this full time. And I was like, okay, maybe this is something, I had prayed for. Fast forward a couple of months, I ended up checking myself into rehab for Adderall. And when I got out of rehab, that's when I was like, okay, you know what? Screw this. Like, I'm not going back to mortgages. I am going to restart my life and I'm going to I'm going to make this happen. So when I came back to Orlando, Florida.
Her name is Chelsea. She's blonde. She lives in Florida. She went to rehab. This is real weird. I don't like this one bit. I don't like this. Y'all have heard me say before that I don't want my like treatment story and my past to be like my brand. Sure, if it helps someone else. I don't use that to sell the like allure of me. Wild. You can really, I feel like I haven't really ever talked about that. You can absolutely tell who they're trying to target by specifically like the little things they say here and there and how they phrase them.
I made some serious changes in my personal life. Moved in with my parents at 28 years old, guys. I felt like...
Also, props to her for checking herself into rehab. That's amazing. Good job. That's wonderful. Very hard to do. You might be in a pyramid scheme, but good job for getting off of that stuff.
Coming from, the life I had been living to living with my parents and quit my job in mortgages and signed up with this business. I know, I'm crazy. I go all in. I had never tried these products before. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, but I just felt called to go all in with this. And I literally never looked back. So
it's that allure of like, well, I didn't know what I was doing either. And I was broke and I wasn't in a good part of my life and blah, blah, blah. So they're really trying to like target everybody essentially.
Fresh out of rehab for Adderall at 28 years old, living with my parents, no experience in direct sales, never tried these products before, had no idea what I was doing, to now 4 years later, I have made over $2 million in commissions with this business. Almost 3 million. We're almost there, which is super exciting. I have earned a Escalade through our car program, earned multiple trips with our company. I'm married to the love of my life. We renovated a beautiful home on the water in Florida. I'm pregnant with our first baby, so I'm a mama to be.
That makes me really happy that she's pregnant and that she has her mans. Again, good for her for that aspect. And like they're renovating a house and all that. Where does she live? Girl, how did you get there?
And this business just has completely changed my life, guys. So, from April of 2018, Chelsea, to, the Chelsea you guys see today, May 25th, 2022, it's been a journey. And this business has allowed me to...
Like you could say like, oh yeah, you have like completely changed your life. Like it has been super drastic, but I mean, really a lot of us could say that. I mean, what, 2018 to 2022 to like now? Yeah, 2018 wasn't that good. Yeah, 2018 was rough for me mentally and emotionally. Essentially I had like a breakdown, but yeah, that shit was rough. And now look at me, running my own business. I might not have a house on the beach, but I have a snoring bulldog and I have my dream job. And I'm not trying to scam you. So she made the majority of her money 2020 and 2021. How unethical is that? That's not good. That's not good at all. Not saying anyone who made money in those years is unethical. I made money in those years. Wasn't unethical. But how do they make money? Recruiting people by people losing money below them. So
my best life on my terms. It's allowed me to have a life of freedom, to live a life authentic to myself. Like I can travel now. I can be with my family now. I can be a present mama when my baby comes and not have to put him in daycare.
Can we stop with the daycare slander? You can be a present mom and you can do Nana daycare, like I'm probably gonna do, or have your kid in daycare. The working mom slander that they do is absolutely crazy. Like my sister works full-time, more than full-time, and is a great mom and is a very, very, very present mother. And her husband is as well. Like Tony and I work full-time and we are very present aunt and uncles for freaking sure. Just because you work outside of your home or work from home or your kid is in daycare does not mean that you aren't a present mom. Also, with how much they do and how they can't just not post for a day or two, no. Just because you're there, present, like physically, doesn't mean that you are there emotionally and mentally for your kid. At all. You're not present. And I've been making like the conscious effort over the past, and Tony has too. He's been doing really good with it too. Over the past like few months, really this year, to not be on my phone around them, like to actually be present. And like we were at dinner and I was, talking with my niece, one of them, my sister's kids, my bug. Like Tony asked me, he's like, where's your phone? Or my mom had said like a week later, she's like, I didn't see any pictures from it. And I was like, yeah, I didn't take my phone out once when we went to Hibachi. It was so funny. But just because you are putting your kid in daycare or having your in-laws or your parents watch them or someone else watch them so that you can work, so that you can provide for your family, so that you actually can have that work-life balance, that does not make you any less of a mother, any less of a parent, a father, anyone. Does not make you a less quality or present parent. I can tell you right now, I am going to be a much more present parent than this person is. I don't even know her. But if she's doing the hustle that most of them do, I can guarantee you I will be more of a present parent. Because y'all know, like I can batch film all my videos for 2 weeks within 2 days and then like absolutely not have to work for a certain amount of time. So I can send my kid off to be with his Nana or his go-go or whoever will watch them for free and get all my work done within like 2 days. And that's me and Tony have talked about it. That's what I'm going to do.
Be here with him and still be able to be generating an income while I'm home with my son. Like that's amazing. I never would have been able to do that in my prior job, in my prior career, right? Like it's night and day. So it's really given me the ability to live that life that's true to me and live and create my best life, which is what I truly love about this business, guys, is it is 100% customizable to what you want. I am not recommending you guys go out and quit your job tomorrow and start this business. That was just my journey. But whether you're looking to make, an extra couple $100 a month, or you want to take this as far as you can go and maybe make this your full-time thing. Maybe you just want the freedom that this business provides, like being able to, work from your phone from wherever you are and travel and live that life. Or, maybe you're looking for the community, or maybe it's the incentives that I'll go into in just a little bit.
People will say, well, oh no, it's just for money, blah, blah. But a lot of the times what entices people is the friend aspect of it and the community aspect of it. People are right when they assume that being a YouTuber or being an influencer is lonely. Absolutely it is. But I'm so thankful that I have like my internet friends. I mean, Deanna, Isabella, Savannah, Hannah, and Julie. I cannot stop yawning. Oh my God. Julie Joe, Aaron, Jessica Hickson's so freaking funny on Instagram. Oh my God. She's hilarious. Relatable Millennial, I feel like is her brand on Instagram. I love her so much. I'm just so thankful for, those people that I do talk to on a weekly basis and, who are there for me and who I can be there for them. And, they get the struggles of the job, having that like community or those colleagues or coworkers who can really, help you and help you feel less alone. I get that. It can be like toxic in any work environment, but in an MLM, when your direct competition is like the people on your team, I feel like that's just even more toxic. Because you can watch a bunch of different, commentary YouTubers or anti-MLM YouTubers, and we have different personalities. Like we'll say the different things. You don't have to just watch one,
This business offers that to all of us.
We are going to speed it up to 1.25 because this is taking way too long.
And it's an equal opportunity. The work that you put into this is a direct reflection of what you get out of this. Truly, anybody can be successful at this. You just have to put in the work. So with that being said, we have an amazing community. We are a global company.
If anyone can be successful at this, then how come only 1-ish% are successful at it? I mean, what is success? But like 92, 93, I'd have to pull it up, but 90, let's say just to be safe, 92% of people who join Monat lose money. So weird.
Company. We are in the United States. We are in Canada. We are in the UK. We are in Ireland. We are in Poland. We are in Lithuania. We are in Spain. And we just launched in Australia in October of last year. So that's super exciting. But guys, there's so much opportunity here. We were founded in October of 2014 and we're only 7 years old. And look what we've done. We have millions of VIPs, which is our preferred customers all over the world. We have like 500,000 plus market partners globally.
They've been saying they're 7 years old for like 4 years. Yeah, it's 8 years old, not 7. Did she say 8? I don't know. I'm delusional at this point.
Plus market partners globally, which isn't even like 1% or whatever of the population of the United States. Like, guys, there is so much opportunity here. It is actually insane. Like, there is room for you here too.
Is she trying to compare how many market partners there are to like globally to the population of the United States to make it seem, I don't even know why I'm asking the question because that is what she's doing, to try to make it seem like there is an infinite amount of people in the world, not just the United States, but the world for you to recruit into this. You cannot recruit someone into Monat if they are in a market or a country where Monat is not available or it's not established. You can't do that. Also, you cannot recruit anyone who is under the age of 18. Also, not everyone can use these products. Not everyone has hair. Yeah, everyone has skin. Everyone wants nutrition products. Also, no, they don't. Not everyone takes care of their skin. So no, your primary demographic for Monat is females, let's say 20 to 37. No, 36. 20 to 36. It narrows it down, doesn't it? Not to say this again and again, but there are not infinite amount of people in the world. If I recruit 5 people and each of those people recruit 5 more people and they recruit 5 more people and then 5 more people, the 14th tier, we would run out of people in the world, including babies and old people. Yeah, so not sustainable at all.
You can change your life with this business. So we are completely, I always say we're not saturated, we are undersaturated. Like, come on in, work this business and see what you can do. It truly can change your life or be that thing, that vehicle that you've been praying for. Another thing that's super cool that Bianca and I have kind of touched on a little bit is our car program. Like, we have this super cool thing called the Monat Motor Club program, which is so fun. And basically what that means is once you hit a certain rank in our company, you qualify to earn a monthly car payment with the company, which will pay towards your car payment for either an Escalade, for either a Cadillac, if you're in North America, or if you're in Europe or any of those other markets, a Land Rover, which makes Range Rovers, or a Jaguar. So super exciting. So you get to choose which make you want depending on your market and your rank. And Monat will pay for your monthly car payment, which is so freaking cool. So I literally drive a beautiful Escalade.
I was really hoping she had me there in the beginning. I was really hoping with how she was describing it that she would be describing it accurately and not in a misleading way. But again, it is misleading because she's lying by omission. She is omitting the fact that they will pay your car payment. Not all of it. That's why most of them get the, what is it? The TRX, TX6. What do I not? Oh, the XT4, XT6. That's why most of them get that one because it is the more affordable one. And even if you're at like the top of the company and let's say Monat gives you, $3,000 to $7,000 or not 3 to 7,000, like $300 to $800, depending on your rank, on if you re-rank and re-qualify and all that. Even if they give you like $800, let's say you get a Jaguar, the like real nice one, that you have a high interest rate and that you don't put down a lot of money for it. Let's say you put down like $2,000. Guess what? That's still going to be expensive. And that $800 payment that they're going to give you might not even cover that.
Paid for by the company. Like my monthly car payment is taken care of, which is such a blessing. And it's going to be the perfect mom mobile for my little nugget Chase when he gets here. So I'm excited. So that's a huge opportunity for you guys. We also have amazing trips that you can qualify for. So right now, everybody on this call can qualify for the Bahamas trip. We have a really awesome trip coming up in Bahamas, October 24th through the 27th or something like that. It's going to be at the Baha Mar in the Bahamas. And you know, that's just an added benefit, something that you can qualify for. But we have trips that you guys can qualify for. The car program, the opportunity, of course, is there.
I was just in Baha Mar. I love it. Should I go back at the same time they're there? That would be hilarious. And it's like right on the beach and there's a billion pools and it just, oh my God, the food is so good. Oh, there's a place called a Swimming Pig. They have these wings there that I told my sister-in-law and I was like, listen, she's in real estate. And I was like, girl, if we ever get to the point where we're like big ballin', I will take a plane here just to come have lunch at the Swimming Pig and to just eat these wings. Like these are so good. I feel bad for some of the people who are going to go and like maybe spend more money but then also, because, you know, they want to keep up, not be able to like really experience it, like going to like a crazy place like that and like a such fun place and then not being able to like experience it to the fullest, you know, and have to like not spend money because you can't afford it, yet you're there. And like everyone's typically really nice. It's so good. If you go to the Swimming Pig, get those wings, please. It's so good. I'm literally I think about them all the time.
That I'm going to touch on super quick before we pass it on to Joe, which I think Joe's on the call, is that there's 10 different ways that you can make money with this business, but in simple terms, there's 2 different ways. So it's through selling the products, which we educate and we demonstrate. It's like literally what we do. And we sell amazing consumable products. Like everyone has to wash their hair. Everyone has to wash their face. We have wellness. Like it's amazing. We've got stuff for men, women, pets, kids, all the things, right? Everyone's covered. We have shampoos, all different hair products for all hair types, ethnicities, which is amazing. And so we make money by selling the products, right? And we also make money by growing an organization. Now you guys can come into this business and you're like, oh, like I don't want to grow a team. I just want to sell. That's totally cool. You can totally come into this and sell and make money and make commission off the products. Or if you want to max out the compensation plan, you know, you would also want to grow an organization. So you're not pressured to, you know, build a team or whatever, but if you want to max out the compensation plan, you definitely want to go that route. But you can totally make money just by sharing these amazing products and earning a commission off of that.
Rarely will you actually make money steady or even like a side hustle type of thing, right? At that point, why not just do affiliate marketing? Like I understand, and I've said it many times with affiliate marketing, unless you do have a following, you're typically not going to make a lot of money. But if you're really doing it as like a side hustle, you could. You absolutely could. You need to have a public profile. Don't do that shit on private. You're shooting yourself in the foot by doing that. But it's just really frustrating that they phrase it that way. And then also, there's 10 ways. But to put it simply, there's 2 ways. But what? There's just 2 ways. And it's so funny that she said that because I say that every time whenever they're like,
there's 47 ways to earn in this business. I don't know why I just turned her into like a weird robot.
But girl, there's 2 ways. Recruiting, selling product. That's it. I don't care how the bonuses are structured, what they're called, anything like that. There's 2 ways. That's it.
So I'm excited. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that you guys, see the value in this business opportunity. There is room for you guys here. And yeah, you can change your life with this business. So is Joe's on the call, B?
Yes, I made it. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Kelsey and B. I'm last. And I just want to give you guys a little bit of energy. And I want to tell you.
Okay. You know what's funny that she just said there's room for you in this business. So since this was 2 days ago, as of when I'm filming this, or 3 days ago, whatever, the Miami team and the Florida team, they have lost so many people in their downline. Absolutely so many. And they were the ones who started the like lifer thing, the whole like, I'm a Monat lifer. It's essentially what this call is. Prior to this, you wouldn't really see a lot of these people, like the executive, whatever, top people in Zoom calls, you really, in these like opportunity calls, you really wouldn't. You would see people below them. They would push them to do it. They've been doing so many. And even I was talking to this one Monat girl who I'm obsessed with her. I love her. I had even said to her, I was like, yeah, I don't see you doing like a lot of opportunity calls. And she's like, oh my God, what? She's like, I feel like I have done so many in the last month. And then I started to pay attention more and I was like, she is doing a lot of them. Like she is posting a lot of them. Her stuff's like very on brand though. I really like it. Like not like I like her content, not her Monat content, but bloomy, gardeny, it's real cute. You can like the content that someone in an MLM provides. It's okay. It's all right. You can like them as people, just not the cult aspect. If you can handle it when it's not perfect, you don't deserve it when it's great. And it's like, that's not how employment in a job works, ma'am.
Call and you're like, oh my God, this is so annoying. Or, oh my God, they're crazy. Oh my God, this is so cliche. That was me. I'm going to ask you to give me 10 more minutes of your time.
She's one of the people who's like, I was the biggest MLM hater. And it's like, you wouldn't have joined if you were actually educated, you wouldn't have joined at all.
Super quick, but don't knock something off until you try it. Okay. So Bianca and Chelsea, were very nice about it. B wasn't skeptical. Chelsea just waited a little bit. I not only was a huge skeptic, but I can kind of almost consider myself a hater as well. Okay. The person that presented this business to me is a good friend of mine, someone that I've known prior to this business, someone that I trust, someone that I've worked with before. And when she came to present this business to me,
we're not talking about like eating bone marrow or, a shrimp or like a haggis or something. We're not talking about trying a new food that you like might think is gross, but you don't know if it's gross because you haven't actually eaten it. You might like it. We see the data, we see the statistics, we hear the anecdotal evidence, the testimonies about how culty it is. We can see it. It's not like y'all are a vault. Y'all are literally in a glass house showing everything off because you have to, because that's how you market. We can see the actual numbers. We can see where, as Dramus says, the math ain't mathin'. Don't knock it till you try it does not apply here.
I literally laughed in her face. It's crazy. It's going to be 4 years next month of me laughing in Liz's face. And I was like, there is no way you will catch me selling anything on Instagram. And I want to paint a quick picture to you guys of who I was.
Wait, how come Liz recruited her and her own sister didn't recruit her? The girl who recruited her is also one who was exposed and suspended for buying ranks when all of that was exposed last year. And guess what? She was suspended and came right back. Yeah, Monat doesn't care. Little slap on the wrist and then you're right back at it.
Joe, by the way, I jumped right in of who I was 4 years ago, because it's completely different than who I am today. I was very shy. I was a huge introvert. You could almost call me like a resting BITCH face. I had no friends. I did not know how to use social media. Okay, my world was my son at the time he was 6 months old and my business. I was already a business owner. I owned a wedding planning firm. From a very young age. I think my dad instilled this to me. He said, be a business owner, don't follow anyone's rules. I got a job at a hotel once and I lasted 8 months. I could not deal with the 9 to 5, an hour in traffic there, an hour coming back, asking for permission, only certain travel dates. Oh, you need to do seniority. I was like, this is not for me. And I respect and I praise everyone that can do that. I was not meant to answer to a boss, right? So I got out of college. Throughout college, I was working nightlife, not the best industry, but it gave me good money. And I opened up my company. Guys, I invested over $15,000 in this company, which thank God, baby Jesus, my dad helped me with, because I did not have that money. I invested this money. I did not have a mentor. I did not have guidance. I did not have a book of how to make your own wedding planning company. I literally started from scratch. I knew nothing. And I was very, very shy and I was very, very scared, but I knew I would not have to answer to someone. Okay. I started doing that. My first couple weddings, I did them for free to get exposure. And I knew it would pay off. My dad is a business owner. He tells me, most businesses, the first 2 to 3 years, it's like a loss. You're getting your feet wet. So I had a vision. Here, I live in Miami. The wedding industry is huge. I was like, I'm going to make it. And I had that business for about 3 years when Liz came into the picture. I laughed at her. She would go live on Instagram and I would go and make fun of her. And I was like, there's no way this girl's doing this business. But you know what? Like Chelsea said, she kept watching. I kept watching. I was like that, underground hater, right? I would tell her no to her face, but I knew what she was doing every second of every day. And if Liz would tag someone, I would go look at their Instagram. And then I started getting consumed. I remember she would tag Chelsea and I'm like, look at this girl. They look so happy. They were making money. They were empowering each other. And I was just so miserable, ignorant, and bitter in my own world saying, no, I can't do this. This is not for me. This doesn't work. This is a scam. They're lying. That I was blinding myself, right? But I couldn't stop thinking about it.
There are a lot of famous people, very wealthy people, people who came about it in a more ethical way that I don't want to switch lives with. It's not all about money, but that's what they chase. They chase money and more and more and more and more in the hustle culture to get, I don't even know what they're trying to get, because when does your dream life, when does that financial freedom, when does that time freedom, when do you get to retire and like actually do what you want? Never, because then in MLM, it's not sustainable.
I was $70,000 in credit card debt, not from school, from shopping, from living a life that was not a reality. And I know so many of us fall into that trap. If that's you, maybe you won't admit it right now because it's embarrassing. I never admitted it until now because I no longer have it. But we fall into this like,
why would you do that? So you had a shopping addiction. So that's your fault. Girl, what?
because I no longer have it. But we fall into this like compete, who can buy what, who can go to what trips. And that got me $70,000 in credit card debt, guys, to the point that I was not sleeping at night because that was
Who can go on what trips, competing with each other, trying to show this life that I don't actually have. Girl, are you talking about right now? Because I know a lot of these girls in the Miami team try to like one up each other and are living in these penthouses. They say they buy them. Nay, nay, as Bailey Sarian would say. They don't buy them. They rent them.
eating me alive. Okay. I was with my partner at the time. He was working full time and we still couldn't make ends meet. I was a full grown adult with a baby and my dad was helping us pay the bills.
Yeah, because you were spending so much money. You were in debt, girl. What do you expect? Like, listen, I've been there. Debt sucks. I was right there with you. Living, paycheck to paycheck, $300 payment, and then you get hit with like $100 interest charge, and it's like, no, I'm almost right back where I started. So like, I get that it sucks, but it's like, who put you there?
And then I always thought about Liz. I'm like, she's telling me about this opportunity and I'm just not giving it a try. And I said, you know what? I'm never going to know if it works unless I try it for myself. I can look at Liz, I can look at Chelsea, I can look at everyone. I can hear amazing success stories and not believe them. I can hear failure stories and believe them or not, but I will never know until I try. So I swallowed all my words, I swallowed all my pride, and I told Liz, I want to give this a chance. You know why? Because I knew I needed more. I needed more for my son, for my family, for me. Like I was scared. I was tired of being stuck in that same place, not having money, having debt, not being happy, and living through others, watching others' stories on Instagram.
Targeting new mothers who are in a lot of debt, or people who are in a lot of debt, or people who have, failed at starting a business, are feeling just lost in this mountain of debt. That's so messed up.
So I'm like, I'm literally keeping myself in a cage. So I signed up. Liz, so sweet, took me back after I was so mean to her. And I remember she's like, Joe, we have like these group chats for support, for mentorship. I'm like, do not add me anywhere. I hate girls. I don't want to meet anyone. I'm going to do this on my own. And she's like, okay, Joe, let's see how long that lasts. It didn't last very long, right? She added me to the chats. Guys, I mentioned I was not in social media. I was terrified of social media. I'm still not like a content creator like Bianca. Bianca lives for this. This is not what comes easy for me, right? But I knew I needed change. So I started showing up on social media, dying. I was sweating. It was so embarrassing. But I said, nothing changes if nothing changes. And no one can give my son and myself the life we want other than myself. And that's what I did. I started posting on Instagram. I started reaching out to people. I didn't have a lot of friends, but I was 26 at the time. I've been alive for 26 years. You meet people throughout your lifetime, right? I had friends on Facebook. I had friends on Instagram. I had coworkers from nightlife. I had coworkers from when I worked at the hotel. You know people. You just don't like to talk to them. I got out of my comfort zone and I started telling people, I started a new business opportunity. Let me tell you about it. Try all these amazing products. I was dying every single conversation I had, but I kept in mind the end goal. And it was, I want to change my life. Okay. I want to tell you that I was approached by several other network marketing companies before Monat. And I said no to every single one of them. And a couple of things that stood out from Monat. Number one, remember how I said I was broke as a joke? We do not carry any inventory. A lot of network marketing companies require you to purchase a certain amount of products a month, and that's your inventory. And if you sell it, great. And if you don't, that's money you're losing. I was like, I need money. I cannot afford to spend money on anything. So when she said no inventory, I was like, perfect.
I feel like that was a dig at CCsuarez, because in CCsuarez, you have a PV requirement, like most network marketing companies, including Monat. There aren't monthly requirements, but there are. To make money, yes, there is. You have to be able to sell enough product each month to get paid and to keep your rank and to even get your bonus check. That's the same thing in almost every single MLM.
Said no inventory, I was like, perfect.
They lost a bunch of them at the beginning of the year, and that, like, a bunch of people who were under Chelsea, she lost a bunch. Like, a bunch of the Tampa girls moved over. Miami team lost a big chunk as well.
Then she said no monthly fees. I'm like, perfect. I don't need to spend money. Then she said no monthly quotas. I'm like, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, like it's checking off all the lists. I don't want to.
I don't know why they say that, because that's false. There is a monthly PV requirement. There is a monthly GV requirement to maintain your rank.
I don't want to spend money. Basically here, if you work, you will get paid. And if you don't work, you will not get paid. This is not free money, but you also won't get penalized for it. And I love that, because back then, not only was I a new mom.
Nope, you will be penalized if you don't meet your requirements each month. And if you don't re-rank, you will be bumped down to the rank below, or whatever rank you did meet the requirements for that month. And there you go. And I would love to say, knowingly or unknowingly, no, she's been in for 4 years. She knows.
I was a business owner. I didn't want to have the pressure of, you need to do this, if not this happened. You need to do it. No, you work it at your own pace, and there's space for everyone. We have 18-year-olds in college. We have 60-year-olds. We have moms. We have business owners, professionals, you name it, we have it. This is your business, and you add it to your current lifestyle. You do not change for Monat. Monat adapts to what you already do.
You don't change your lifestyle. No, you don't have to be on your phone more than you already are. You don't have to DM more people than you already do. You don't have to post more. Oh, you don't post at all? That's fine. You don't have to. Yes, you do. So like now this call makes sense to me, that they are really just trying really hard to get more people on their teams. They dropped ranks. They lost money.
Policy says how we make money by selling the products and by growing a team, one or the other or both. And you just share with people you know. And then from there, you ask for referrals. And from there, the word gets around. And you know what I love about Monat? Yes, we're so new. Yes, we're so fresh. We are like the chic and classy of network marketing. If you guys can see, like my shirt says Monat. My sweatpants are Monat sweatpants. I was just at a dance practice at my son's school, and I dress like this 24/7 because it is not a brand you will ever be ashamed of. It is cute. It is classy. It's innovative. When we all started, we only had hair care.
We're so new and fresh. No, you're not. The company's 8 years old. I'm wearing Monat gear, as they call it. Pants and shirts. So basic, but cost so much money. So again, you're paying so much money for that. I don't really wear my own merch much outside of my house, other than like my Stay Spicy hats, which you can get in the link below at theselfishsuarezes.com. That's separate than my merch, because that's like an actual product that I sell and like pay taxes on. We're the classiest company in network marketing. No, you're not. No network marketing company is classy. It's all garbage. If anyone has any more like internal calls, like team calls, not opportunity calls, that this person leads, please send them over.
We only had hair care. Okay, 4 years later, we have skincare, award-winning skincare. We have wellness, we have body care. When we started, we were only in US, Canada, and UK. We've expanded all the other places that Chelsea mentioned. So we are growing. Our owners, this is a family-owned business, and they want to be the hottest thing always. They have our best interest in mind, and it honestly and truly feels like a family. And like Chelsea, like me, I've won it all. I have the car, I have the trips, I have the millions of dollars, I have everything. But the best thing this business has ever given me is the confidence I have to come and speak to you all today, is the women that I have became. Because with this mindset that I now have, with this confidence, I can go do whatever I want to do, and I'm going to be successful at it. This is something that I don't want to like shame any other business or any other corporate job, but I've never heard of a corporate job or a business that cares for your mental health, that says, hey, have you done personal development? Chelsea, how are you feeling today? Like, let's read books, let's listen to podcasts. I hadn't read a book since maybe middle school before this business.
You just described that it's a cult. If they cared so much about your mental health, they would provide you with health insurance. If they cared so much about your mental health, they would give you like a health savings account to spend on therapy. They do not care about your mental health. They want you to work on personal development, which is just another word for brainwashing. Like personally for me, reading books and listening to podcasts, that's not personal development. That's self-care. Like I'm listening to like true crime podcasts and watching, funny YouTube videos and reading books that aren't like how to better your life, rich dad, poor family. Which is essentially what that book should be called. Personal development in network marketing is just brainwashing. That's all it is. You're just brainwashing yourself.
So this business encourages you to pour into yourself. So you're growing as a person, you're growing a business, you're making money. And the person, me, the antisocial BITCH that had no friends, I literally met my best friends in this business. Bianca is now my best friend because of this business.
Even though the average profit in Monat is 0, who's making money? Who's bettering themselves? Whose hair isn't falling out? We should check in with the Florida Attorney General for that, my girl.
Isabel is now my best friend because of this business. And I have so much support in a community like no other. So yes, you may think it's so cliche and like tacky. That was me. It's okay. I want you to know that you are on this call for a reason. Whoever sends it to you sees something in you. Whoever sent it to you believes in you.
Whoever sent it to you believes in you and sees something in you. You want to know what they see? Dollar signs. If one of your friends sends you, or someone you know sends you a link to an opportunity call or anything like that regarding network marketing, and they're trying to recruit you, that's an insult. That's not a friend. But ignorance does not equal innocence. It still sucks just as bad.
I kind of almost forced her to join me. And she's also extremely successful in this business, but I saw that in her. So don't take lightly whoever invited you on here, or maybe you curiously asked.
So I misspoke. She recruited her sister, Veronica Bay, who was like extra culty and wild.
Don't ignore those signs, because there's a spot here for everyone. This is an opportunity that does not discriminate where you're from, your experience, how old you are, how much time you have. And we're literally here ready to welcome you with open arms. Okay.
Don't ignore those red flags. Please don't ignore those. It could take you not even 5 minutes. Think about something for longer than 5 minutes before you just hand over money and say yes to something.
Join, and I'll end it with this, is the simplest thing. All you need to do is purchase a product pack, which is a box of products for your own personal use. This is the only time you will be required to purchase products. And guys, if you're going to share products, you want to use them, you want to smell them, touch them, love them, talk about them, show your transformation, which is why you need to purchase your pack. We have packs for every budget, every hair type, and every skin type. The most affordable pack is $199. And then there's different packs all the way up to $799. Let's say you go crazy and you start with the $799 pack. What business can you start for $799 that can potentially completely transform your life?
A lot of them, actually. You could start a YouTube channel for less than that. That could change your life. You could start a podcast for less than that. That could change your life. You could be a virtual assistant and start that business. That could change your life. You could start an OnlyFans. That could definitely change your life if you're willing to like promote it and post constantly about it. And, you know, do whatever you got to do. There's a lot. You can start an Etsy shop. You could make like automated online courses. You could absolutely spend less than $800 and make more money and have a better chance of making money than this dummy.
Completely transform your life. I started with $250. Back then, that was a pack we had. If I knew back then what this business was able to do for me, I would get $100,000 from where I didn't have them to start this business. So I want you to put that into perspective, because we are so quick to spend $100, $200.
Straight up lying to try to get more people. And how cringy is it? And how, you know, just crazy and culty is it that she's like, completely transform your life. 2 a.m. infomercial does that seem. Completely transform your life by buying this shampoo.
$200 in Target, in a weekend brunch, in a new pair of shoes. Me, if you're like me and you're just like swipe, 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 credit card, you go $200 like nothing. I step out of my house and it costs me $200, right? But when it's for a business opportunity, we're skeptical. We're scared. We don't have the money.
Girl, I don't think you understand what you're saying. Like, you're just proving that you make poor financial decisions. This being one of them.
If you don't have $200 to invest in yourself, that is exactly why you need to invest in yourself. Because most of us in the US don't have a savings account in case of an emergency. I never had a savings account. I have a savings account now at almost 30 years old. Okay, so that is all you need to do. You purchase your pack.
A lot of people in their 20s don't have a savings account with more than like $2,000 in it, which that's not bad. And it's not, I don't know, it's not something that's like, oh, shame on you. And you don't have to have everything together in your 30s. Tony and I, like over the past few years, have like really started saving up. And what happens is I just give him money to put away because I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I cannot be trusted. Here's the money. Here's my money. Save it for me. Thanks. Bye.
You will talk to whoever invited you on this call. She will guide you with which pack is best for you depending on your budget and your hair and skin type, and you're officially a part of the business. That comes with your free website. Websites cost anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000. You get it for free. In this website, you will run your business. You will have your customers buy the products. You will have your future business partners sign up.
My website, theselfishsuarez.com, costs, it's like $200 a year. What's another one? There's Wix, there's Squarespace, there's a bunch of them that you can design your own website. Wix is awesome. It's very creative. I love being able to use that. And it's like super simple to use. You literally don't know what you're talking about. There is a annual fee. I don't remember how much it is. I think it's like what, $40, $50? You are paying every year your renewal fee. And if you don't, then you're fired.
In this website, you will run your business. You will have your customers buy the products. You will have your future business partners sign up. You also get some samples and marketing material, and you're part of our team.
So are you starting your own business? Are you joining a business, or are you a part of their team? Which is it, JoJo?
One of the strongest, actually probably the strongest team in this business. You have mentorship, guidance, and training.
The strongest team? Y'all just lost like at least 5,000 people from your downlines collectively. So if it was the strongest, I don't think you would have just lost that many people to CCsuarez. They are in such denial. That is insane.
You don't get that anywhere else as a business owner coming from me. I closed on my wedding planning business and now I opened an online boutique for fun. And I'm going to tell you, I've had my online boutique for a year. I've invested, I don't know how many thousands of dollars, and I have not profited $1 because everything that comes in, I reinvest to buy inventory. I didn't have a teacher telling me how to run a boutique. It's you learn as you go. This is the simplest business you will ever do. It is not easy.
I mean, simple, sure, but not easy. Like, cause you're just recruiting. It's all you're just recruiting. That's it.
It's not easy because nothing worth it in life is easy, but it is very, very simple. And when there is a will, there is a way. And if right now you have 5 jobs and 3 kids and you're overwhelmed, that is exactly why you need to start.
Who has 5 jobs? If you got 5 jobs, you need to, I don't know what you need to do. Take a nap, I guess.
6 months from today or a year from today, you can have only 2 jobs or 1 job and you can spend time with those 3 kids or whatever it is that you want this for. Bianca wanted $200, $300 for her nails. You know, I needed to get out of debt. This has an answer for you if you are willing to work for it. And that is why the 3 of us are so passionate about this. That is why we have become so successful with this. And lastly, I'll let you know this, it's your lucky day, because if you decide to join us, we actually have free booster packs to give out to all of our new business partners, which means you get an additional 3 products for free. If you're like me and you like getting the most for your buck, this is the time to sign up, guys. That it is as simple as that. If you have any further questions, you can ask whoever invited you on this call. But basically, you buy your products, you start sharing the products, you start sharing the business. You can get your next paycheck as soon as the following Friday. And if you work your business to its full potential, you will get 5 paychecks a month.
No, you can't. No, absolutely not. You don't get your like bonus check, like the big one, until the next month. So whoever I recruit in May, I will get paid that the next month. That's how commission checks work. There have been top ranking Monat people who have even said that bonus check in the middle of the month, that's really, you know, where you're getting the money to like pay your car payment, pay your bills. And then the Friday ones, those are really just, those are like $15 because it's from your commissions from your sales. So that's like nothing.
Checks a month. And that, my friends, is unheard of. So I know we went a little bit over time, but just wanted to share as much as I could.
Getting 5 paychecks a month, that's unheard of. Would you rather have 5 paychecks a month where one is $2,000, let's just say $2,000, and then the rest are $30? Or like a normal job, would you rather get paid every other Friday 2 times a month where it's $3,000 or $2,000 every paycheck? And you have taxes taken out so that you don't owe every quarter or at the end of the year. And you have health insurance and other benefits and a savings account set up for you and work-life balance and a set schedule. Which would you rather have? Some type of job stability where it's based on you and only you and not your team below you who could just up and leave at any moment without any warning at all.
But I don't know if B or Chelsea, you want to add anything? No, that's good. Well, thank you, girls and guys, for joining us tonight. I'm really excited to welcome you. Don't be shy, don't be scared, and remember, nothing grows in your comfort zone. So have a great night.
I wrote down scam, scam, scam. Well, I hope you learned something. As always, I hope I kept you a little bit entertained. I hope that you know how valuable you are. I hope you feel safe. I hope you understand that your feelings are valid. Stay spicy, stay assertive. Be on the lookout for new merch. Hopefully this video goes up on like Monday, and that promo code for you will still be available for you to save 20% off of existing merch before I completely like redo all of it. So yeah, I gotta go design more merch. I'm really excited about it. It makes me so happy. All right, so I will see you in my next video, and okay, bye.